Oh my God, what are we gonna do with all these commanders now? We were dying for combo commanders as Cav players. Now we got a bunch of them. And so with that, we literally have 4 new commanders in the game. And in addition to that, we've also got our Smite commanders in the game. Okay, we've had plenty of Smite commanders in the game for a while. Now, a long time ago when I first started the channel, I ran a funny video about how you can enhance Smite damage if you run like 2 or 3 Smite marches with Attila Takeda, because Takeda does something really kind of cute with his burn effect, and you can actually enhance the Smite. Well, we're gonna use that same template and we are gonna create the ultimate normal damage Murderball. That means every march on the field is normal damage, which means it's either Smite or it's combo, or it's enhancing normal damage. And so we're getting rid of the skill damage. Get rid of it. And we are going to put this thing together and have a ton of fun with this. So stick around while we put together the ultimate normal damage Murderball right here. Hey everybody, I'm your boy War Daddy Chatsky. I put out videos all the time. And if you enjoyed these videos, and if you enjoyed that intro we've got, my boy Hydra has been cooking on some new music for my streams and everything, and now for the intro to my any of my videos. If you like these, be sure to throw a thumbs up on it. Really helps out the channel a ton on all these videos. Also, if you're not subscribed, consider doing so. We have punched through 60,000 subscribers. It's crazy. We keep growing the community. You can hit that bell, get the alerts for all the fun content I put out. This is going to be a lot of fun, this kind of content. And this is the stuff that goes in my Discord people love to talk about. So if you want to join that Discord, hit the link in the description. And so, like I said, about a year ago, I did a Smite enhancement video. All right, well, this is the normal damage Murderball, the ultimate normal damage Murderball. If you are going to tailor your Murderball around normal damage, the whole thing, you're running nothing but Smite and combo, and do you run Chin? I don't know. We probably need to think about running Chin, but you're either going to enhance the normal damage, you're going to debuff to make the targets take more normal damage, or you're going to run Smite and combo. That's what we're going to do. Okay, and so when we put this thing together, we not only have Arthur, who has been a combo damage commander, but now we've got Achilles, and now we've got our boy Hector. Hector does combo damage. Hector does Smite damage. He does them both. It's great, just depending on who you put him with. And so with that, we're gonna put this thing together. We're gonna run 7 marches, all combo, all Smite, or all enhancements. Okay, and we're even going to go into a civilization secret you can run with this too. So everybody thinks I'm crazy. I might just do this for KVK. We'll have to find out. But now let's go in and see this. This is not a tier list. Okay, this is basically our ultimate normal damage Smite combo lineup. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We got this broken up into categories. We got our Smite category, we got our combo category, we have our skill. We're gonna run skill. Wait and see. We have a skill with an enhancer, and then we have a straight enhancer, okay? So from that, what do we do first? Let's talk about our combo commanders first, okay? The first one we're gonna run, straight up, is Achilles with our boy GangGang style, all right? GangGang style is the new commander for cavalry that his skills just got released. He's not even in the game yet. But we're gonna run Achilles. Achilles is so freaking meta right now. Like, I told everybody it was gonna be amazing because I actually understood how his expertise worked. His expertise works off of his 3rd skill, right? You mitigate the damage you take, and then when you mitigate that damage, you're able to actually kick out his active skill again. But it runs as a proc. It's still an active skill, but it's a proc. It just fires off, and you do a ton of damage. 5 target AoE, crazy combo damage. He does March speed reduction, and he does increases to the Palean spear damage on the targets that it hits. It inflicts asunder. Okay, he's got good stat sticks here with a March speed, with attack bonus and health bonus. And we talked about this with the expertise. And his fourth skill is great because you deal 10% more normal damage, and then you use the Palian Spear so much in the Murderball fights. We've been seeing it. We knew it was going to happen, and now we see that you get high uptime to run that normal damage, but you also run the Rage Gain speed bonus up to 20% with 2 stacks, and more cavalry attack with 20%, 2 stacks. So Achilles is freaking awesome. Everybody who's been running this guy in Zone 5, I've been running him on my second account. Amazing. He's like awesome. And so from there, we're going to run him primary. We've got the combo tree with him. We're going to run him primary, and we're going to run him. Let's just see. How are we going to do this, right? We're going to run this guy with GangGang, okay? Or as I affectionately call it, or GangGang, however you want to pronounce his name. I pronounce him GangGang style. That's his name, GG, GangGang style. And so from that standpoint, what does this guy do, right? He's an open field commander, right? So it's great. You can run him, and he's a big single target nuker. Okay, he does 2,800 damage factor off his active skill. That's enhanced by his expertise, by the way. And cavalry units in the troops, you gain 5% health and 5% defense for the next 5 seconds, okay? And so from there, those are kind of token things. It's not a big deal, but you also increase the healing from his third skill, the Starlight skill, by 100%. Okay, so you increase the healing from Starlight. Okay, we'll go look at that. Second skill is your stat stick, right? 10% less damage while you're on the map, and you gain 20% march speed and 30% defense. Okay, a little tanky now for GangGang style, okay? Well, there's the Starlight. That's the third skill. And basically what this is, all right, is that whatever combo damage you inflict, and there's no cooldown on this, whatever combo damage you inflict, you're going to heal 10% of that damage. And then in addition to that, you ramp up that healing by 100%. Okay, so just off of his damage that he does, and by the way, I'll go to his expertise, because his expertise runs the damage up to 3,000. Based on the 3,000 damage factor and the fact that he gets the 10% health and 10% defense, he does the increase to Starlight healing by 150%. So you add up all the numbers, and we've done it, off the 3,000 damage factor he does, you're basically doing a healing factor of 750. Okay, 750 every skill cycle. Okay, that's pretty good. So now he's doing a damage factor of 3,000 and healing of 750. Okay, he's gonna have some sustain. However, here's the key on this third skill, and we'll have to confirm it when it comes out because it's a little bit vague. But if this is based off of any combo damage, then holy cow, whoever he's with, if they're doing combo damage, you're getting healing off of that. Holy jeez. Every time you do combo damage, if that's how it works, it's crazy, because not only with Achilles' active skill, but also when he runs his Palian spear again from his expertise from the Hephaestion army, you're in a situation to where you are running, I think when we calculated it, you're running nearly on average 1,000 healing, almost 1,000 healing for every active skill. So you combine that with the 750 healing that we calculated for our boy GangGang style, and that's nearly, what, 1,700? Something like that? 1,600 for healing factor? So he does a 3,000 damage factor on a single target and runs the healing factor up to 1,800 damage or 1,800 healing factor. Holy jeez, that can be kind of broken. Okay, I don't think that march is going to be like the best march in the game. It is very tanky. It appears to have a lot of sustain, but Arthur Achilles is just broken. I mean, you're just doing so much damage all over the place. It's a field monster, okay? So I don't think you're going to quite see the reports you see from Arthur Achilles, but this is going to be really, really good, okay? And so this is the other fourth skill that he has, where he does a debuff of 40% defense. It's like a Nevsky skill, right? And it's great. You have that for 5 seconds. You reduce the target's defense by 40%. Awesome. So that's our boy GangGang. And that is going to be our first march, okay? And so when we look at this, and we have our ultimate Murderball setup, or our normal damage Murderball setup, we've got Achilles and GangGang. The second march we're running with that, hey, yo, Arthur and David? Yes, David. Now, I recently did the Garrison video on David. He's going to be fantastic. It's awesome. I am going to have a card at the end screen that's going to have my Garrison video on David, and he's going to change the game in Arc and OL. He's, oh my gosh, amazing for a lot of different areas in garrisoning. But how the heck are we going to run this guy in the field? Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm not kidding you. And we're going to do it on a budget. So let's go do it, shall we? Arthur, we know him. Big damage, 2,800 damage factor to 3 enemy targets. Okay, absolutely wonderful when it comes to Arthur's combo damage. Okay, good stat sticks from Arthur, 30% attack and 20% health. Yay! Okay, and then you get into his 10% bonus to combo attack damage. Nothing crazy. The third skill is okay. It's not necessarily amazing, but it's good. 10% more bonus to combo damage. And then his fourth skill, okay? Whenever it launches a combo attack, it deals direct damage It has a 30% chance to reduce all targets' rage by 100 every second for the next 2 seconds. So that's a rage mitigation with his AoE. So he can inflict that on 3 targets for 2 seconds, take 100 rage every second, which is wonderful. Absolutely great, okay? In addition, this is where it gets to be a lot of fun. Okay, when you are running him as a combo commander, you could run 1 extra combo attack at damage factor 300. Now, this can trigger multiple times. This triggers 3, 4, 5, even sometimes 6 times. It triggers a ton because you got a 50% chance. You run him with Delta, you run him with Butterfly or Causative, the inscriptions that you can put on Delta, and this triggers a whole bunch in that 1 single second. The only problem is you got a 10-second cooldown. But bottom line, Arthur, he's one of the most powerful commanders in the game. He's right up there in the top 5 with Chin, with Achilles, with Liu Che, with BQ, and you got Arthur. Those are the 5 most powerful commanders in the game. So we got Arthur, and we're going to run him with David? What? How are we going to do that? Well, let's look at it. Here's our boy David, David the Fourth. Let's go. He's a garrison commander, and how the hell are we running him in the field? Well, let's talk about it, okay? First of all, massive damage, just like Arthur. 2,800 damage factor to 3 targets. Now, the beauty with David is that he cleanses, okay? Cleansing is a sneaky good effect that you have. Not necessarily for the poison stacks, because it only takes off 1 poison stack, okay? And the main thing with it, and it doesn't really work with the exhaust effect that you see on that 4th icon at the bottom, because nobody runs Chandragupta, okay? The 5th icon is what we want. You see the normal debuffs inflicted, the debuffs that reduce the target's attack, defense, health, or healing received. Okay, so I just talked about GangGang. He puts a 40% defense reduction on the target. Well, if that hits you, if that hits David in the field, David just cleanses it. Like, you're not getting that debuff on me. I cleanse it. And so David is really good with that. Does a ton of damage. AoE, garrison commander, but you run him in the field and he's AoE. Doesn't affect his damage at all if you run him in the field. And he cleanses. Okay, let's go to his second skill. This is where it gets interesting, and this is where it becomes budget. So y'all don't panic, because I'm going to make this thing work, okay? The second skill, you want this, okay? 35% defense, very tanky. It provides more tankiness to Arthur when you're running an Arthur-David combination, all right? The second part of this skill, you don't even care about, but it's okay because the 35% defense is worth it. So you've got him 5-5-1-1 right now. You can run David 5-5-1-1 and you'll be fine. Okay, because the third skill down here doesn't even matter. You're not running him in garrison, so you don't even care about this skill. So now you got him 5-5-1, and then let's go to his fourth skill. Let's go. Retaking the Caucasus, okay? This skill is fantastic because it's not just what you would perceive as an enhancement. It is a debuff. Let's go. Now we're helping not only ourselves, but oh, by the way, in our normal damage Murderball we're running multiple combo commanders. Multiple. We're running 2 of them. Multiple combo marches, 2 of them. Okay, so here's what happens. You can choose to go get this to level 5. You're gonna run the combo attack damage taken by the target to 40% if you get that to level 5. You could run David 5-5-1-5 in the field and do that. But you can just leave him 5-5-1-1 because he's still gonna put a 20% combo damage increase that the target takes, but the target takes it for 3 seconds. How crazy is that? That's like awesome. And so from there, not only does it appear that he's actually buffing himself. He's not really. He's just putting that on the target for 3 seconds. Cooldown of 5 seconds. You can literally run this every active skill. Great. We'll run it. So even at 5511, you can use our boy David. So that is what we're saying on this normal damage murder ball, David 5511 or David 5515. Listen, if you're a Cav Garrison commander or a player, okay, and you want to work on David, you're going to get him for multiple MGs. You're not ready to max him yet. You don't want the heads to max him, but you're eventually going to get him because he's Garrison and he's going to be really good. And so from that standpoint, you can just run him 5511, put him with your combo. He's great. He'll be fine. That's how we're going to run that, okay? So from there, and now keep in mind, I'm not saying to invest in David, and I'm not saying to invest in David purely for field. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying for this exercise, play the game. We're playing the game of normal damage murder ball, okay? For this exercise, we're going to use them, okay? So let's pull this thing back up, shall we? And we're going to get into our third march. What is our third march going to be? Well, we're going to go ahead and move to Smite. The third march is going to be BQ with Phillip, okay? We know plenty about BQ and we know plenty about Phillip. For whatever reason, those two work like a glove. They go together like a hand in a glove. It's great, okay? BQ, super powerful. Putting Phillip behind him is actually better. I thought it was going to be better to put Phillip in front of him. I've got the gear to do that. I literally have the gear to run this, okay? Let me see, where is it? I've got all the leadership credit stuff for infantry. So I thought putting Phillip primary would be better. But no, it's not. You want to put BQ better. You want to put your big damage march better in a murder ball because you want that to hit faster and you want to hit it. You want that to hit first because when you're going back and forth fighting, you're dropping your rage all the time. So you want that to hit as many times as possible. But Phillip is fantastic to put with BQ. That's your first Smite march. You're putting BQ with Phillip, you run it with Pincer, and you go to town. Okay, so that's our first Smite march now. All right, so let's go to our second Smite march, shall we? Second Smite march, here we go. Liu Che and Hector. Hector has entered the chat. What? I have been running Hector because I've got him on my second account. I've been running him mainly for Garrison, and he's phenomenal in Garrison. He is as good as I said he was going to be. Like, you can run him single monotroop type with Gorgo, fantastic. You can run him, what's even better is you run him mixed, and it gives us a bona fide infantry mixed Garrison with Gorgo and Hector. Like, he's trading positive, like, all over the place. It's unbelievable what this guy's able to do. However, in the field, I've been running him behind BQ and Liu Che, and he does great. Like, he does just fine. So for this exercise of running nothing but normal damage, Smite and combo, I'm putting him behind Liu Che. Let's go. We all know how good Liu Che is. Still one of the most powerful commanders in the game. Still does a ton of damage. Where's my boy Liu Che? Still does a ton of damage, and his expertise is fantastic. He basically runs a combo attack 25% of the time with no cooldown. So that's great for Hector. Why might that be good for Hector? Well, when you look over here at Hector's skills that he's got, whenever you deal Smite, there's a 50% chance that damage will increase by 5%. You can trigger this up to 3 times a second. Well, you're going to be able to do the AoE, so you can lay that 5% damage increase of the Smite you do. You can lay that on multiple targets because Liu Che's hitting 5 targets. From there, okay, you have a 50% chance. So you got it with Liu Che. It's wonderful. Now, I don't like the cooldown on this, so we'll just deal with it though. But here's the thing that works out for Hector. He gives you health, gives you a lot of defense, but honestly, it makes Liu Che tanky, even though infantry already have a bunch of defense, okay? He does the smite damage, all right? And he does the smite damage at the tune of 2,600, all right? So that's a big time nuker. And he's got this little buff. For the next 3 seconds, 5 allied troops take what? 5% less damage? Let's go. Okay, so that works out really, really well. We'll take that. 5% less damage. All right. So that's a little bit of a debuff, not like Phillip, but a little bit of a debuff that he's able to do. His 4 skills where it's at. That's what I love more than anything. Okay, this has got great uptime on it. If you're with infantry or cavalry, which we're putting him with Liu Che, you're gonna gain a 20% bonus to normal damage dealt for the next 5 seconds. Okay, the cooldown's 7 seconds. But this happens in 5 seconds. Now, if that cooldown starts the second this triggers, then you can literally get this thing going the majority of the time. You can literally make this thing go the majority of the time to have 20% more normal damage. Awesome. Liu Che loves it. Smite damage is enhanced by normal damage. It's great. Plus, you're going to run him one troop type and you're doing 10% more damage on his expertise. So, Liu Che and Hector, definitely you can run, no problem, for our normal damage murder ball. Okay? So, there you go. You got Liu Che and Hector. All right, let's go to our next Smite March. Wallace and CJ, let's go. Wallace, you're in, buddy. Dust off the shield, dust off the helmet, get your ass in the game, Wallace. We're going. And so from that standpoint, let's go look at our boy Wallace. Wallace, I still run on my second account because I run 3 infantry. He's awesome. Well, I say he's awesome. People don't like him. He's kind of been phased out by more of the Smite stuff that's come out, but he's still really, really strong. Big single target damage of 2,400, and he does additional damage on top of that to 3 nearby enemy troops. In addition, health, attack, march speed, he's good, okay? Good stat stick there. You take 10% less normal damage, all right? And whenever you deal smite damage, the damage factor is over 1,000, there is an 80% chance that that damage will increase by 40%. That is wonderful. I hate the cooldown on that, but that's really, really good. Okay, and so from there, you've got the Sterling Bridge deal where he does 10% more smite damage and 10% more normal damage. That all enhances everything that he does. And then his expertise, he does the little shields and he cleanses any slowed effects from 3 nearby allied troops, which is great when you're trying to run away. He puts that mighty shield up for those 3 troops at a damage factor of 1,000 for 2 seconds. Awesome. Okay, so we all know his kit. It's not like super meta. It's not like this guy is a go instant max or anything. But for our exercise, for what we're doing with our normal damage, for our normal damage murder ball, we're going to use him. We're going to use him with probably my favorite commander, CJ. Love him. Okay, not a ton of damage. He does a 3 enemy fan for 1,500 damage factor. Not huge. Okay, he's got good march speed. He's got a good attack bonus. This is my favorite skill in the game. This is my absolute favorite skill in the game. Number 1, it makes him super tanky, okay? If you're ever on the map, whenever you take skill, smite, or combo damage, you have a 50% chance to reduce the damage by 50%, and then you kick back damage, okay? You can be walking away, and this thing triggers, and you're gonna see a little green fan pop out there, and you see red numbers. It's fantastic. I love it. Honestly, I love it just because it's a placebo effect. I just see it and I'm like, that's great. That's so cool. I'm doing damage and I'm running away. But the cooldown on that's 10 seconds. Still one of my favorite skills in the game. All right, his 4th skill, he does more cleansing. You're going to deal 15% more normal damage. Awesome. You're combining that with the 10% normal damage that Wallace gives and the 10% more smite damage Wallace gives. And then whenever it launches a basic attack against a field troop, you have a 100% chance to cleanse 1 debuff of itself. A debuff is a multiple stack. It cleanses on the stacks. Okay, so from there, the cleanse is from the active skills of any silence effects, and the passive skills take no effect no matter what. The effects from passive skills. That's also the same thing that we talked about with David, where David cleanses the debuffs. He cleanses debuffs. It's great, okay? And then you go into his expertise. While you're on the map, if you take this, that's just enhancement of his 3rd skill, which I absolutely love. Okay, so that's what we're doing with our 3rd Smite March, okay? We're running Wallace with CJ. So now what do we do? Well, I said we're getting rid of skill damage, but we're not. Okay, we're running Chin, baby. We gotta run Chin. He's too powerful. So you're running Chin as a skill damage commander. However, you're gonna add one of the best smite and combo enhancers in the game. Let me show you. Shajar gets tricky here, okay? The one thing I've always enjoyed about Shajar, and I'll just be honest with you, I don't like her in anything but canon. However, the one thing I have enjoyed with Shajar is the fact that she has this really cool skill. Okay, we all know about her healing skill. She's gonna keep Chen alive forever. It's like the tankiest march in the game. Plus 35% health, what? 20% march speed, and normal damage reduction, just super tanky. And you do mighty healing, crazy. Well, here's the other thing. Whenever the commander's troops heals, or commander heals a troop, for the next 3 seconds, the healed troop gains 10% defense, which is fine, but there it is. There it is. Look at that. Deals 20% more normal damage for the next 3 seconds. Well, the third skill heals up to 3 nearby enemy troops or 3 nearby allied troops. Well, we're running all combo and smite, so the odds that this gets put on one of our smite and combo commanders is amazing. We get more normal damage. So crank up the normal damage enhancements, all the things that we want to do. We're running Shajar, baby, and we're running her with Chen, and we have to run Chen just because he's broken. He's the most powerful commander in the game. I don't even care if it's skill. We're still running it, baby. And so there you go. That's what we're doing. We're running Shajar with Chen. We're getting massive enhancement from Shajar. So that's how we're running the 6th March. The 7th March, what the heck is Attila Takeda doing down there? Like, wouldn't it be better just to run Attila with another combo? Do we have another combo? I guess you can move Hector over, but you're kind of makeshifting some things with your smite. No, let me tell you why. You're running our boy Attila with Takeda, okay? It's an enhancer. Let me explain. It's one of the best enhancers you can do. This is what's going to make Takeda go bananas in the normal damage Murderball. All right? We all know about Attila, guys. We get it. I don't have to talk about him anymore. I'm sorry I have to bring him up again, but he does normal damage bonus. That's fine. You're not enhancing any Smite or combo because you're running him with Takeda. All right? And he's got all the different effects that he can run with the all damage and everything. Okay. That's not it, though. It's about Takeda. Number one, the March is always going to trade pretty well. Always does. Still does to this day. You run it with the Arch, it's going to be amazing. The burn effect, guys. This burn effect fires off so much, like it literally fires off every 3 to 4 seconds. And when you fire that off on your target, because you're always surrounding a target, right? When you're hitting it in the field, you're surrounding one target. All your marches are hitting that target. And when this thing applies the burn effect for that 1 second on that target, now you granted it's just 1 second, but the cooldown's 2 seconds. So this thing fires off all the time. The target takes 50% more normal damage. Holy jeez, it takes 50% more normal damage. Imagine hitting that while your Arthur is firing off, while your BQ is firing off, while your GangGang is firing off. Multiple combo and smite marches you have can be hammering the target when this thing hits the burn effect. It's like a bomb goes off on that target. 50% enhancement to normal damage. Take more normal damage. That's combo and smite. Rock and roll. Okay? Just like we talked about, smite, combo, yep, rock and roll. Big time enhancement. Of course, you got the march speed bonus, you got the cavalry attack bonus, you got a defense bonus, and you got a healing factor. That's good. The skill damage reduction is really good. The normal damage reduction is great because you want that normal damage reduction. It makes Attila Takeda very tanky because if you're getting hit with combo and smite marches, it reduces that damage. The counterattack damage reduction is always really good when you're hitting cities and all that stuff. Then his expertise, okay? This commander's troops deals 30% more normal damage to the burned enemies. That's not huge for Attila Takeda just because it's not doing like big damage when you have the burn effect, but it is something. The bottom line is you just want to put the burn effect on whatever target you're hitting as many times as possible, and you want all your smite and all your combo to hammer that target when the burn effect is on. Craziest enhancement you've seen. All right, in this particular normal damage Murderball. So that's it. That gives it to you right here. Take a picture of it. Let's have fun with it. The ultimate normal damage smite combo lineup. It's the ultimate normal damage Murderball. That's how you're going to run it. So much normal damage, so much smite, enhancers. It's fun. Maybe I do this XKDK with my main. I've got the equipment. I've got all the things I need to run it. So maybe I go run it and see what it does. So you get Huo off the field, you get Ragnar off the field, you get CPO off the field. Zuge, Herman, get the heck out of here. We're not running you guys. We're running all smite and combo and enhancements. Okay, now here's the extra credit you get, okay? When it comes to how you run this, if you're gonna do something like this, let's go over here and take a look at something. You have all these civilizations that give different buffs, right? All of them. Well, we recently got one that kind of flew under the radar. So let's go look at it for a second. The Mayans, let's go. Okay, first of all, it's going to give defense to archers. You don't really care about that. You're only running one archer march with Chen and Shajar, but now you got more defense on it, I guess. It's already so tanky. However, look at that. Normal damage of all types, you increase that by 3%. For all your marches and all your commanders, all what? You were running 14 commanders, 13 of your 14 commanders benefit from normal damage of all types because they're all combo and all smite. The only one that doesn't is Chin. And Chin overcomes everything anyway, so it doesn't matter. He's just still skill damage. But that's like a 3% all damage. Would you take right now, on all your marches, you're running skill, you're running Huo, you're running all these different marches, would you take a civilization right now if it gave you 3% all damage? Heck yeah, you would. That's basically what this is. That's kind of the secret to this. It unlocks it even more. You're just gonna rack up more normal damage, okay? And so you just get your pincer ready, get your deltas ready, get your arches ready. We're gonna go, baby, and we're gonna run this thing. So that is what we're having fun with today. I hope you enjoyed the video because had a great time putting it together. I talked to the stream last night about it. I was like, what kind of video do you guys want to see? We threw out some ideas. Crix and I cooked on this a little bit, and everybody said, do the ultimate normal damage smite combo lineup. Do it. We want to see it. And so we're having fun with it. We're just playing the game here and figuring out fun stuff to do. That's what the channel's all about. And if you haven't subscribed, consider doing so. Hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the alert for all the alerts that you might want to get. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Please like the video and please subscribe. And again, I can't tell you how much I enjoy the community. We'll push the subscribers. You can join my Discord. The link's in the description. I love you guys. I appreciate you. We just thought we'd have some fun with all these new commanders that we've got in the game right now. It is crazy. So with that, I hope you all have a great day, broskies.